got the thing that made me sing. I found what you found, and you found what I've forsaken. Don't look at me that way, this seat is already taken. Bitter is a contagious disease, and I think I've caught your cold. The days have come, and the nights have gone, but my knees will never fold. A kiss is chiefly what I need, though it will be my certain demise. Reality bends and friendships end, but we all need to ignore that kid who cries. Scream in my dreams and forget my face. Lies, immorality, and stoicism have taken your place. I'm not what you think of, but I am what you drink of. Being a libertine has never looked so bland. I am me and you are him, but I want to see and you want to grin. I'm kindly fake and you are cruelly real, so that you can eat the cake made out of the crumbs I constantly conceal. Ice is the new fire, didn't you know? I'll wear icebergs around my shoulders like a movie star who's gotten too old.
Thank you. Up next, Chris Smith.
All right, y'all. This one is entitled No Justice, No Peace. No justice, no peace is what they're hearing in the streets. No justice, no peace, standing up for their beliefs. Complaints with the president with speeches unhesitant. This saga will never end with chaos developing. We're balled up, fists in the air and speaking on what's unfair. These angry protesters, they ain't going nowhere. And if it's no justice, no peace, providing, marching to a steady beat, providing heat up in the streets, refusing to take a seat. On strike to their voices heard with various choice of words. Better job for senior citizens, schools for boys and girls. Then cops start harassing, intervene and take action. To arrest the one who wanna risk getting their face bashed in. No justice, no peace, marching to a steady beat. No justice, no peace, standing up for their beliefs. Anarchists and hippies posted up to get busy on some political shit. Raise your fist if you with me. With religion and capitalism, gotta fight back and get with it. From our protesters of you who's cutting no slack and positions saying, fuck the police, fuck the sound ordinance, fuck the freak the homeless law, we taking this to court and win. No justice, no peace. Marching to a steady beat, provide heat up in the streets once the park should have kept. No justice, no peace. Fighting for the rights and deeds till the men's are met and agreed. It's no justice, no peace. Yeah.
And a special thank you to Chris for giving us the evening here tonight, so we appreciate that, and we love Taft Street. Keep coming back. All right, moving right along, Donald McBride's up next.
I took the moon out of the sky and put it in my mouth, hoping it would be a big gumball full of mother's milk and truth. A witch's brew of cosmic orgasmic fluid. For ageless is the moon who's seen it all, and therefore must be wise. But the moon remains mute, a cold, marble jawbreaker that will not melt and release the molten mixtures of reasons why. We always want the wild man, ultimate pucks, pandering of hands, beasts of the night. The moon surely knows why these men suck blissfully at our breasts. God is found. Taste our tears, saying this is sweet sacrament. But when those oh so good bad boys feel our legs tighten around them, they bolt like skittish horses. They run like rivers rushing down mountains to the sanctuary of the sea. They sail away, they flee. I spit out the moon who strolls smugly back to her own dark bed and sky. She's not about to open up, I realize, for she's got her man inside.
Thank you, Donna. All right. Up next, ZM Wise.
Love defined, nice try, numbskull scholar. Love, a great affection and liking for. Love, a strong positive emotion. Dictionary destroyer, Wikipedia worshiper, such an emotion cannot be defined. Love, what you see, what you smell, what you hear, what you touch, what you taste. Know, believe, experience, kill, hurt, salvage. Chocolate overrated, words formulated, event participated. The one that popped eyes, the one that dropped jaws, the one that stopped hearts. Love like poetry. Flow, my spoken love soul. The great romantic dance of Spanda Ballet's true plays in the breeze. Love like a plastic rose among a dozen real fragrant flowers. Once the last one wilts, that is when my love shall fade away. Love like moral fiber, in good standing, in good nature, good goddess, heart's treasure trove. Love the parallel personality, love the terrorizing temptations, love the saccharine solution, love the agreeable side effects, perspiration, drip, drip, love the caged nervous eyes, and release forward word vomit confessions. Pause, cricket chirp, recovery, darling, speak of irrelevant weather topics, blushing face, human tomato on the first meeting. She thinks it is adorable, until anxious gibberish prolongs a decent conversation. One demands subtitles for the broken record language. Why couldn't we create a diversion, or plan B? Oh, crikey, electrifying kiss, intertwining lips and tongues amalgamate. Uncommon smile, I see heaven through the keyhole. She's actually fond of me. Feelings of carpe diem arise from within. She actually chose me. Inhale fresh oxygen. Exhale ambition. Scholar, a word with you. Love felt, love experienced, not analyzed or documented. Put that in your encyclopedia, thick pages of text, and absorb gobs of dust. To love, to its undying, undefined, and universal power. Thank you.
All right. Up next, Roses Thompson.
Go ahead and look at me and observe the human expansion of my soul, because it is the tower from which I survey all that I am. I am more than this shell that you see. Tits, ass, lips that speak, legs that stand firm with or without you, arms that cradle, comfort, and hold you. Yes, I am much more than what you see. You see, my beginning and ending depends on what I think about me. I am Afro smiles and red Kool-Aid, ketchup sandwiches, beans, rice, and cornbread. I am rib sticking thick. And not just in my bone bits or the flesh on my thighs. I am thick with the richness of my mind, my heart, myself. My soul runneth over with the fullness of being God-body. So emancipated from the ordinary, my wingspan becomes massive, stretching as far as the eyes can see, like rush hour traffic. And from as close as right here on Taft Street to across the continent to Mozambique, I know a country of possibilities live in me. You see, I'm more than just what you see. I am an enigma, undefined, unwritten, with no definition. And I don't hide. I wear no disguise. I invite you into my power, the blackness of my mind. The precision in my dimensions, heard of every cold The precision of my dimensions hug every curve of my soul with authenticity. My flaws and imperfections are exactly perfect the way the Most High made me. So I can't conform to what's normal because I am unique. Y'all feeling me? Yeah. I am an island in the middle of a city. I am only one in a crowd of many. Yes, I am more than what you see. I am the comfort of fresh grass beneath bare feet, and I'm here to listen when wisdom speaks. I am the ocean's, I am the tide in an ocean, I'm sorry. I am the wave in an ocean's tide. I am divinity personified. I am who I say I am.
Is Joaquin Yancey in the house? No. What about Boston Davis Bostian? Good? No. Diana Ventura up next.
I appreciate that you bite your tongue like a dog before you say something mean. So I continuously censored myself and kept my thoughts to myself. Avoiding arguments and threats, I became suppressed and became an artist. With colors, scissors, and paper, I expressed myself through creativity, continually receiving oohs and ahs, I drowned. Raised to believe that if you don't say anything, you're a good daughter. Right into the hands of tension and bad dreams. Can't catch a Z because my neck is not at ease and the ropes are tight, not a rope stuck to my back, pulling me left and right until it's time to go. Neuralgia hurts if I don't sleep. So I rock my face in the palm of my hands until it's time to sleep again. I mostly blame this on the non-existent relationship I have with my mother. So I deal with it. Never again will I walk on eggshells or neglect my feelings to make yours feel better. You should have known not to suppress me. You should have known better than to determine this life of my words. You should have acknowledged that you hurt me. Wake up, you're losing me. I will forgive you 1,000,000 times because I love you. And I'll forget you 2,000,000 times because I love me. And if love is what matters, then as your love, I should have mattered. You are all talk and happy statuses, but when push comes to shove, you are nowhere to be seen. It's easy to love somebody when you're happy. But even Satan can do that. Remove yourself. Push your ego aside. Sit. Stare. And listen. It takes real love to listen. And it takes real character to love when there's no light. Remove yourself. Push your ego aside. Do not suppress each other, but love each other. I'd rather stand alone and strong than ever be suppressed again. I will never 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 be suppressed again.
I'm going to continue checking them all for the people that pre-registered just to see if they made it in or not. Cheryl Ferris? No? All right, Hugo Rodriguez up next.
Senate Bill 1128. When the film said it to Arizona, nobody said a thing. A nation clutched in silence as fires for people. The action dreams of American culture. Brown men of the Southwest, children of the desert, wives, citizens one and all, watched their countrymen's hopes and dreams of tomorrow burn in a cloud of black smoke. Ashes headed east to the Texas Bayou on I-10. Another bonfire of hopes, dreams, taken forcibly at gunpoint legislation by fearful men with fearful intentions. Hopes herded to be tied at the stake, books and poems, martyrs. Joan of Arc was martyred because she loved and was loved, a defenseless little girl who made kings afraid. Tell me, Juana, will you struggle against these legislative ropes as Texas and a nation watch in silence? Television, distractions, stories of men in Rome and women in London, Germans eating dinner quietly while tourists burn. Texans watch, a procession of fear, summon ecstasy, anxious to get high in the flames of destroyed ideals. Others, brown armaments, cold-like eyes, forced to sit and watch their heroes burn. Broken promises for a future, children slaves to a destiny of manual labor and taking care of lawns. Because if you take our books, you burn our dreams, Senator. You turn our hopes to ashes. Yes, we're black and brown and gay and straight, young and old, believers in the American dream. We will not let you silence us or set a black cross of ashes on our face, remnants, earthly remains of the brothers in Arizona you want us to forget. No, we will remember them like children are taught to remember the Alamo, to fight against overwhelming odds until the last breath is gone.
All right, Kananitze up next. Yeah.
I'm Kananitze. This is called Hawaiian Falls. Matt wants to go to Hawaiian Falls. The coquettish call of hurling yourself off a water slide thousands of times taller than you, giving up any semblance of control over your own destiny. My heart plays tribal drum beats. They picked me up in Matt's white van, his mother's overdone makeup underscoring the foreignness of the situation as the summer hits of 2003 blared over the voices of Matt and Denise building each other into a hot, sticky, follicle-screaming frenzy. The sun teased my shirtless skin, and I blushed as legions of preteen girls invaded the water park like heat-seeking missiles, and I could never be their target. Only months later, I would be seeking them out, stalking the hallways of high school, the heat more comfortable, a thermophile. I still don't know what happened in between. As we climbed the interlocking metal staircase, it shook and fused skin in the summer heat, and we climbed slowly and slowly, advancing somewhere into the galaxy, above the shouts of lives below, above the Earth itself and its multitudes, into near solar orbit, and the ground below was speckled with toweled torsos and two-piece bikinis, the heat, and I was shaking as my outer layers peeled away from what I knew not. And my world, my island was breaking. The song was constantly welding itself into my brain. Wake me up inside, wake me up inside. And I heard Matt and Unique talking like a stockbroker shouting by in a fire. My mouth spitting out of its own accord. The slide was not barricaded. Perhaps it would fly off and arc parabolically into eternity, into the trees, some sort of oak 2 miles before the horizon. And somehow we were right there. My words not enough to stop it. The torrent of water, the nose-ringed attendant, staring, judging. I could feel her gaze penetrating my soft bathing suit. And suddenly it was like I was running upstairs in a house I knew well, or dodging enemies in a video game I had played 1,000 times. The slippery feeling of passing through the ectoplasm into a world where your body optimizes your motion function before you step. And I went first, above the world, above everything. And the last thing I heard was the roaring of water before I was flying downward, flying, the slopes too steep to hold me earthbound. My ass slamming into the yellow plastic again and again, like a rock skipping on a lake. And as I came to rest belly up in a small puddle, I realized I had been screaming the whole time. Screaming until I could no longer feel my raspy throat or remember why I had been afraid. Screaming simply because I could, for the rush of adrenaline that had not yet subsided, for the moments past when I could have screamed and stayed silent. Screaming with pleasure at the realization that there had never been anything to be afraid of. And as I staggered to my feet, and first to me, then Matt landed next to me, I smiled wide at him and asked, "Want to go again?" Yeah.
So I wanted to, I was reminded that I should have probably told you guys what we were judging on before we got started here, so let me do that now. Well, there's 4 categories, and you guys are doing great, by the way, don't worry about it. There's 4 categories: content, physical delivery, vocal expression, and stage presence. So you're all hitting those pretty well so far. Let's keep it up. We got a few more pre-registered drafters who may or may not have arrived, so let me just run through this real quick. Damon Saunders, Mia Da Silva, where's Jim the Poet? She here? Dustin Pickering? Nope. All right, so Sal Macias.
Since I got 3 minutes, home will only be a minute anyway, so I come unprepared as always. We'll figure it out along the way. So we got the whole reason I don't bother to memorize it, because that's why I write it down so I don't have to remember it. Nothing but rock tracks. Untitled. So what happens? I just alright, bear with me. Alright. Now I cheated again with the same woman, I'm the same woman, who both believed to be the only woman. I cheated again and got caught again. I cheated myself out of love, twice. Twice out of everlasting some semblance of heaven on earth. The kind of love that is only heard, rumored in the dark corners of bars by lonely drunks who have only momentarily touched its silhouette. But I've eavesdropped on other people's seemingly perfect lives, depraved, carnivorous, living in some grand orgy. Everyone is out to fuck one another out of humanity's breath. The air is punched out as well-soiled whores and timid young girls with curious eyes just want to feel any semblance of love before they die. Just as big dicks and little dicks want a warm place that is wet and tight and will never grow old and never die, the more we try to be individuals, the more we assimilate into the machine of life. Those midnight rendezvous, those afternoon trysts with women that believed our love was perfect and that she was the only one. But the door opens and I know she spent the night with another man. She knows now how it feels to be me. My love is perfect and depraved, wanton. She tells me now that she is wise and avoids men like me. The mistake she will never make again. The mistake was always me. I cheat again with the same woman, on the same woman who both believed to be the only woman. And in the end, there was no great clamor, no pounding of fist on face or chest or walls, just a silent resignation of the way life was. That old dogs are just old dogs with little more to offer other than a well-worn companionship we confuse for a tolerable friendship.
All right, Billy Hill. Yeah.
This is called Tailor Made. I got one dress. I wear it to school. I come home. I take it off. I hang in the closet. I got one dress. I wear